Sri Gurubhyo Namah children. We are going to talk about the d orbital splitting in tetrahedral complexes. Already we have seen the d orbital splitting in octahedral complexes. Now we are going to see d orbital splitting in tetrahedral complexes. I want everybody to be ready with your notebook and pen. So I am going to start now. You start along with me. The first one, there are totally 5 d orbitals. There are totally 5 d orbitals which are designated as dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square minus y square and dz square. These orbitals are called as degenerate orbitals. These are called degenerate orbitals. So what are degenerate orbitals? Have same energy. Have same energy. The orbitals with the same energy we can call it as degenerate orbitals. So here we are going to say the ligand, how the ligand approaches the central metal ion. In the octahedral complex, the ligands attract the cellular, approaches the central metal ion along the axis. So in the octahedral complex, the ligands approach the central metal ion along the axis. Here in tetrahedral complex, the ligands approach the central metal ion between the axis. Already we have discussed. Between the axis and along the axis already we have discussed. So here in tetrahedral complexes, how the d orbitals split, the ligands approach the central metal ion between the axis. So you will have two set of orbitals, that is low energy orbitals and higher energy orbitals. Here dxy, dyz and dxz, they will be moving to the higher energy level. We can call it as a T2. Whereas dx square minus y square, dz square, they will be towards the lower energy level. They will be E. So we are going to see how the d orbital splitting when the ligands approach the central metal ion between the axis. So these are the 5 d orbitals which have similar energy. So here average energy of the d orbital, average energy of the d orbital in spherical crystal field, in spherical crystal field, in spherical crystal field. So here the ligands approach the central metal ion between the axis. Ligands approach the central metal ion between the axis. So how the d orbital split? It will be splitting like this. You will be having 3d orbitals, that is dxy, dyz and dxz. They will be towards the higher energy level. They will be rising towards the higher energy level. Whereas dx square minus y square and dz square, they will be rising towards the lower energy level. So here out of the 5 d orbitals, dxy, dyz and dxz, they will be raised to the higher energy level, whereas dx square minus y square and dz square is raised to the lower energy level. So usually this can be indicated as T2. And here we can indicate as EG, lower energy orbitals. lower energy orbitals. This is higher energy orbitals. Higher energy orbitals. Here, when you talk about the crystal field splitting energy, that is actually delta T. So, what is delta T? That is crystal field splitting energy, or so this is crystal field splitting energy. Crystal field splitting energy. And when you talk about here, you take these two orbitals. What is the total number of orbitals? 5. What is the total number of orbitals? 5. So, with respect to these three orbitals, these two orbitals are lower in energy. So, out of 5d orbitals, with respect to these three orbitals, these two orbitals are having lower energy. So, it can be minus 3 by 5 and minus 5 by 3 by 5 delta T. And you take this now. So, here with respect to these two orbitals, these three orbitals are having more energy, higher energy. So, how will you write? Plus 2 by 5 delta T. So, when you talk about the two lower energy orbitals, so the total number of orbital is 5. So, with respect to these three, these two orbitals are having lower energy, they are down. So, they are having lower energy, so negative. So, with respect to this, these two are having lower energy, so minus 3 by 5. You come here now. With respect to these two, these three orbitals are higher energy. So, out of 5, with respect to these two, these three are having higher energy. So, it is plus 2 by 5 delta T. Here, d orbital splitting is small when compared to octahedral complex. And when you talk about the crystal field splitting energy of the tetrahedral complex, which is equal to 4 by 9. So, when you compare the crystal field splitting energy of the tetrahedral complex, it will be equal to 4 by 9 times of crystal field splitting energy of octahedral complexes. So, when you compare the d orbital splitting in octahedral and tetrahedral, in tetrahedral complex, the d orbital splitting is smaller. Why it is smaller? The ligands approach the central metal ion between the axes. So, when the ligands approach the central metal ion between the axes, so what will happen? Crystal field splitting energy will become smaller. So, delta T is equal to 4 by 9 delta O. What is this delta O? Crystal field splitting energy of octahedral complexes. Then, when you talk about here, least chances of forming low spin complexes. Least chances of forming low spin complexes, usually the G subscript is not used in tetrahedral complex. G subscript is not used in tetrahedral complex for EG and T2G. So, in case of octahedral complex, we will be writing the subscript as, what is that, T2G and EG, whereas in tetrahedral complex, we will not write the G subscript because here it doesn't have plane of symmetry. It doesn't have plane of symmetry. When compared to octahedral and square planar complex, so it does not have plane of symmetry when compared to octahedral and square planar complex. That's why G subscript is not used in tetrahedral complex, where it can be used for octahedral and square planar complex. Sri Gurubhyo Namah, children. Now we are going to discuss about the color formation using crystal field theory. So using crystal field theory, we are going to say how complexes acquire color. What is the reason for the color complexes? Usually we are going to talk about transition metals here. How transition metals, how they acquire color in the coordination compounds. As the transition metals are central metal ion here, so we are going to say the transition metals forming complexes, how they acquire color. So we are going to prove using crystal field theory. Here I have taken an example with titanium. Hexa aqua titanium 3 ion. The oxidation state of titanium is +3 here. Hexa aqua titanium 3 ion. So oxidation state of titanium is 3. We are going to say how this complex acquires what is purple color. We are going to see how this particular complex acquires purple color due to crystal field theory, based on crystal field theory. Shall we see, children? You draw along with me. So here the complex is titanium TiH2O6 3+. So what is the central metal ion? Titanium. So titanium atom atomic number, titanium atom atomic number is equal to 22. So what is the electronic configuration? Outer configuration, electronic configuration. So it has got the electronic configuration 3d2 4s2. See, the outer electronic configuration of titanium is 3d2 4s2. Now we are going to say titanium 3+. Titanium 3+. So titanium loses 3 electrons to become 3+. So which of the 2 electrons it loses? 2 electrons it will be losing from s orbital. 1 electron it will be losing from d orbital. So what is that actually? When it loses 3 electron, titanium 3+ will have 3d1. So out of 4 electrons, 2 electrons it loses in s orbital, 1 electron it loses in d orbital. So the configuration is 3d1. See here, it has got 1 unpaired electron. It has 1 unpaired electron. It has 1 unpaired electron. So we are going to draw. Actually, it is a octahedral complex. So what is the coordination number 6? So it is a octahedral complex. We are going to say how the d orbitals are split up in the octahedral complex. So actually, there will be 3d orbitals down. So here we can call it as T2g. T2g orbitals, lower energy orbitals. And there will be 2 orbitals at the top. So we can call it as Eg. And how many electrons? Titanium 3 plus, it has got only 1 electron. So where it will go? It will go and occupy the lower energy. The electrons are first filled in the orbitals of lower energy. So what is the lower energy here? T2g. So only one unpaired electron is here. It will go and occupy the lower energy orbital, which is T2g. The next one. So this unpaired electron, the unpaired electron is excited to the higher energy level. So the unpaired electron is excited to the higher energy level. It absorbs light of a particular wavelength. It absorbs light of a particular wavelength. And acquires the color. So we can call this as DD transition. What is DD transition? The electron in the lower energy level is promoted or excited to the higher energy level. We can call it as DD transition. When the electrons are excited from the lower energy level to the higher energy level, it acquires wavelength, light of a particular wavelength, and gets the color. So unpaired electrons play a greater role in forming the colored complexes. Only these unpaired electrons, they will be excited from the lower energy level to the higher energy level and absorbs the light of a particular wavelength and acquires color. So here there is only 1 electron in the lower energy orbital in titanium 3 plus. Now so we can call this as ground state. What we are going to do now? We are going to say how the electrons are excited. So this is T2g. So again we are going to draw Eg. So here higher energy, we can call it as, what is that? Excited state. So see here, one of the electron, that is the electron which is present at the ground level, ground state, that is lower energy. So lower energy orbital, so which is present in the ground state, this electron will be excited into the higher energy orbital. So the electron will be excited to the higher energy orbital. So here what is taking place? DD transition. So what is happening? When the electron is excited from the lower energy level to the higher energy level, so it absorbs the light of a particular wavelength and acquires color. So here in case of titanium, it absorbs the light of blue-green region. And acquires purple color and gives purple color. So here one of the electron, the unpaired electron in the lower energy level, in the ground state, it is excited to the, what is that, higher energy level. It is shifted, it is promoted from the lower energy level to the ground, to the higher energy level, that is from the ground state to the excited state, we can call this as DD transition. So when the electron is promoted from the lower energy level to the higher energy level, so what is happening? It absorbs light of a particular wavelength and acquires color. So in case of titanium, it absorbs light of the blue-green region. So when it absorbs the light of blue-green region, when it is emitting, when it is transmitting, you will be getting a purple color. So titanium H2O6 3+, that is hexa aqua titanium 3 ion, is purple color complex. So we have proved using crystal field theory.